And when he comes in,
Yeah, I
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Are we ready for a huge day? First of all, I want to welcome Nitin and Evan, our play-by-play men. How's it going, Evan and Nitin? What's going on? Before we go on to all the topics.
yeah, what's up, everyone? Good morning. Evan in the house, Joe, obviously, the godfather of the show, and everybody in the chat. First of all, I just want to say great job by Evan, Jason, and Chef Nick yesterday on the call with the USA and obviously Venezuela game. And obviously USA came up short, but it happens. And they ran into a great team in Venezuela, and they were able to come out. Their pitching was great. Even the USA pitching was great, but it just the offense wasn't there. I feel like I was telling Joe this. I felt like they were rushing a little bit. They didn't take the approach what they did from the other when they played the other teams in the tournament. I feel like they were rushed. They felt pressured, to be honest, more pressured in this game, obviously a championship game. And I think Mark DeRosa, to be honest, he's not really fit to be a manager. I think he's more better of an analyst on LB Network. We got a taste of what he can do as a manager, but it wasn't that good, to be honest. And like I said, I'm not going to blame this on him. The offense needed to come up clutch, but obviously they came out short. But Bryce Harper with the game time home run, that was a cool moment. But I mean, there's certain situations that Mark DeRosa could have done a little bit better when it came to the bullpen. I think they should have brought. I don't know. So I was listening to WFAN in the car, and they brought up a situation where Mark DeRosa. Mason Miller was going to come in if they had the lead, and then the reason why they brought in Whitlock because the game was tied, but it wasn't going to be a safe situation. I mean, they could have. I mean, if Mason Miller was available, if he was ready to go, I think he should have put Mason Miller in. But well, obviously Whitlock came in, and obviously you know what happened. But it's just great to see all these players just representing Team USA and playing for the country. It was a great tournament, and now it's on to the real season coming up next week. So I can't wait. And obviously, you guys are going to see Garrett Cole today pitch one inning for the Yankees. Let's go since his injury, and I can't wait for that. And guys, get your questions ready for our client Mike Keenan, the '94 Stanley Cup champion winner, head coach for the New York Rangers. He'll be joining here at 12. Glad that my team and I can help out you guys out with that. And guys, get your questions ready for him. It's gonna be a good one. So there you go.
Yep, thank you, Nathan. Welcome everybody. Excited to be here today. Really looking forward to this interview. Not many times that you get to talk to a Stanley Cup winning head coach, so that's looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, Nathan, good points there about Team USA, WBC, and I think that they just kind of ran out of steam there at the end. Obviously, their approach was not lived up to enough. They didn't work enough patient at bats. They didn't get on base. They didn't have a team mentality as they were having the entire tournament before. It just seems like they were too inconsistent offensively. Good for Venezuela. They stepped up at the right time, and they fairly and squarely won that game. Also, I found out that Omar Lopez was a coach for the Houston Astros, actually. He's been for the Astros, coaching for the Astros for a while now, and he's been in baseball for 24 years. So he showed the experience that he had, definitely for sure. And DeRosa didn't make the proper adjustments needed to win that game. He didn't put in Gunnar Henderson nor Cal Raleigh to start the game, which a lot of people thought was a mistake. But otherwise, hopefully USA can show up in 2029 and they could do a lot better. But it was a lot of fun calling the games. Thank everybody for their support. Thank you for simulcasting from Yankees Ugly Truth and for Hardcore Sports Network. We appreciate that a lot. And just looking forward to Yankee season now is opening up in 7 days.
Yeah, speaking of Hardcore Sports Network, looking forward to working with them. I'm supposed to hop on a call with them soon, but we're looking forward to partner up with them. So it looks like it should be a good partnership there when it comes to simulcasting games, and they do a great job over there at that channel. So please check out that channel. And like I said, looking forward to seeing what they can do for this show. What's up, Sean? Welcome to the chat, guys. Get your questions ready for Mike Keenan. We'll be joining at 12. And Joe, as we speak, are you simulcasting on all 3 platforms?
No, not today. We're on Yankees The Ugly Truth for the Yankees, and just this for my Keenan show.
Okay.
So so I want to give a couple of notes for different shows. Later on today at 7 p.m., we're going to have Sean Browning and Charles with the Yankee History Show. That is show number 2. Don't forget to come back after the Yankee game. There's a whole slew of stuff going on today, everyone.
Yep.
Obviously, we're going to be looking forward to Garrett Cole, who's going to start the game in the first inning today. So a lot of eyes and ears, and everybody's going to be on top of this. And we have it for you right here on YankeeMania, and of course on the Yankees The Ugly Truth, and simulcasting on Hardcore Sports also. So there's a lot that's going to happen here today. Tomorrow morning we go back to Coffee Bagels and Yankee Talk and Family Chat at 9:30. So we go back to 9:30 tomorrow morning. And obviously the reason why we're on at 12 today, people have been asking. We bounce around, and it's very simple. Do you want to have an interview with the Stanley Cup winning coach of the New York Rangers? I know I do. And if he says that 12 o'clock is more convenient, well then that's what we're going to do. I think a live broadcast is a lot better. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the tape one, but we want to give you the best.
Like I explained this earlier on a previous stream. My team and I get all we keep saying endless possibilities. So I think, and then also live broadcast is much better. You want to see the guests live on the show, and you can interact with them. So it's much better when you have them live instead of pre-recording. So.
Oh yeah, 100%.
What's up, Jason? Jason in the chat.
How you doing, Jason? Hope you're doing well. That's another thing tomorrow for Jason to do his first March Madness game, which is going to come on at 3:15. What do you call Evan? You know a little bit more about that. Why don't you tell everybody what to expect and what's going on?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. For everyone that doesn't know, Jason is a college basketball fanatic. He follows Rutgers, that's his favorite team, but he pretty much watches like all the conferences, even like Division II, Division III basketball too. He'll watch that as well. And I wish I knew as much as college basketball as he did, but unfortunately I don't. So that's why this is his department, and that's why he's doing this. I'm very happy for him. This is like his own show, his own segment, his own play-by-play that he gets to construct. So we're very excited that he will be calling some March Madness games starting tomorrow. I believe he'll be calling the Wisconsin versus High Point game.
Yes.
And then he's also calling another game, which I think at 3:15. So very excited for that, and for him to team up with Mitch from Hardcore Sports Network, who is a big Philadelphia fan of every team in that city. And he knows also a lot about college basketball. I think he's a Michigan fan.
Yeah, I think
so that should be fun too to see how they interact, and I think it's going to be great for all platforms.
Yeah, no, speaking of guys, this March Madness tournament is going to be epic this year. For me, it's an open field, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting who's going to come up on top, but it should be fun to watch starting tomorrow. So,
did you make a bracket, Nathan?
Yeah, I made one bracket so far, and I'm gonna make our other show's bracket, the team bracket. You made a bracket?
I did make one. Yes,
Okay.
only one. That's
Okay.
it.
Joe, you gonna make a bracket? Or you not this year?
Not interested, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I got enough to worry about. I can't worry about that. The Now, and nothing. I'm not knocking at everyone. It's just I've got so many things I have to take care of. But I do want to mention that the game tomorrow will be on World Sports Mania Entertainment,
Yeah.
and that will be seen there because we also have the New York Yankees at 1 o'clock. So you can enjoy some Yankee baseball. And we will stay on simulcasting with Ken, the Yankees, the Ugly Truth, and then World will go on right here, and then Jason will do his thing, and we're looking forward to a great broadcast from Jason, and I hope everybody enjoys a little bit of college basketball. Friday, we're also a couple of people ask about what's happening with the NBA show.
Yeah.
We are revamping a few things. A few things are happening, so we'll keep you posted what's happening for Friday. But we will have the Coffee Bagel show in the morning, and then of course the Yankees in the afternoon. And we will let you know if there's anything going on in the nighttime very, very shortly. Everyone, shorts are coming out on a lot of different topics. We also started. Thank you everyone for the shorts that I've put out on the World Mania Entertainment channel with the Young and the Restless. It's flying through the roof. I really appreciate that.
Speaking of that, my team and I are working on some stuff for that one too. So stay tuned.
Yeah, the soap opera fans are amazing. After all these years, Young and the Restless, if you don't know, it started back in 1973, actually on March 26th, which is my brother's birthday, and one of our guests, Tony.
Tony, let's go.
Yep, his birthday, and it's been on for a very, very long time. And I'm happy to give spoilers out. I'm happy to give you coming and goings, and it's a lot of fun. And remember, everyone, because of March Madness, there's no Young and the Restless Thursday and Friday, and that happens every year. And then CBS catches up with TV 55 to catch up with everything that you missed. You won't miss anything, and I will be on top of all of the play. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I am excited for the interview.
Yeah.
It was my time. I actually just started working in Madison Square Garden the night before, and
you did mention that to him.
Yeah, back to back. I worked a terrible concert.
Yeah.
That was disgusting. How I didn't quit, I don't know. But I was given a nice thing. They said, Joe, if you can make it through this concert, we will definitely have you work the Rangers final game. So I said, okay. And there it is. There's my Keenan.
We did a baseline show. So
there we go.
Yep.
And
Nice.
so it was probably, aside from the Yankees winning the World Series, it was one of the greatest thrills I ever experienced. I mean, there was love everywhere, people. Everybody hugging everybody. It was just a happening. And the last, what I do remember, and I'm sure Mike Keenan will address this, the last 10 seconds felt like 10 hours when they dropped that puck. Yeah. And it was like, please, just come on, drop this puck. And it was one of the greatest feats. And, the great Sam Rosen always says this one will last a lifetime. And he's right about that 100%. Some people died peacefully because the Rangers finally won the Stanley Cup championship, and it was a nutty time in New York.
Let's go Rangers!
Yep.
Let's go Rangers!
I had that in my sleep for about a month. It was unbelievable. I mean, I was there with Yankees winning the World Series. I was there for a perfect game. But being in Madison Square Garden and seeing that, you couldn't – literally 20,000 people were family. And it didn't matter. You were kissing somebody's girlfriend. You were kissing somebody's boyfriend. Everybody was just – you could have done anything. I mean, because everybody was the happiest I've ever seen 20,000 people in my life. It was an amazing feat. And between Mark Messier and Mike Keenan, I mean, they were just outrageous, and that's what I'm so looking forward to asking him.
And don't forget about we also did an event with Mike Richter before. So don't forget about the goalie, Mike Richter.
Mike Richter, yes, and Brian Leach.
Yeah, Brian Leach.
Who was the goalie? Who was the goalie for that team?
Mike Richter.
It was Richter.
And Glenn Healy.
Yeah, Glenn Healy too. Yep.
Okay.
Those were the two, and
then you had Stefan Mateo, Brian Leach.
Yep.
Yeah, that team was stacked.
It was Sergei and Danchinov and Alexei Kovalev. No more 1940! Yay! No more 1940! Yay! It's about the only thing you could say in our language, but it was miracle.
Maybe you should ask Mike Keenan to come out of retirement and maybe coach the Rangers next year. We need some luck this year.
I'm sure one thing I know for sure is he's going to say Mike Sullivan is a tremendous coach.
Yeah, but the problem is
it's not his fault.
No, it's not his fault. But it's like Chris Drury. You should ask him about Chris Drury also, because I don't know what he's doing with this team. I think he should be gone as GM, in my opinion. Chris Drury.
I mean, he started out great. We were on the road to a Stanley, going to the Stanley Cup, and then it all fell apart. But some of the players just haven't lived up to the capabilities, and we're waiting, and I don't know how much more they're going to wait for Lafreniere to wake up. He should be a number one player, and he's far from it right now. And it didn't help that Igor got hurt. But this show is going to really be more about the 1994 New York Rangers, and that's what. It just brings us back. And anybody here that experienced that like I did, you have to come in and tell us how you felt, because being a Ranger fan back in those days, you have any idea how much disappointment I went through every single year? That it looked like, oh, we got the team now, and then they get ousted in the playoffs with a crazy goal, or somebody gets hurt and they don't have a chance. And I'll never forget the day. I'll never forget the day that the Rangers acquired Mark Messier, because that was the day I said a Stanley Cup can't be far behind. There's no way. And I was right. 3 years, it took 2.5, 3 years, but I knew that they were on their way. This man is a winner. He's always been a winner, and he's just an amazing hockey player. And a lot of people think that Wayne Gretzky was on that team. No, Wayne Gretzky came 2 years later.
Yep.
Had a nice couple of years with the Rangers, but he was not on that 94 team. Some people actually think he was, and he wasn't. Yes, he was with him.
You should bring up you should bring up our 7-hour journey we had when I picked him up from the airport.
I'm going to talk to him about Esa Tikkanen, because I really would like to know how the heck he can understand a word that man said. Because nobody understood that guy, and nobody can understand. He would talk like this. But even though you tell your dad, and it was like, okay, we'll try to figure that out.
Backwards Russian.
Yes, but it was something. And Alexei Kovalev, all he would say is, "No more 1940, yay! No more 1940, yay!" I got that all on tape.
But definitely try and bring up the 7-hour journey from the airport from JFK when I picked him up for the event that day.
You got it. So Katie, how you doing? How's it going? I know
Katie, ready
Katie.
for the question for him. Thank you, Katie.
Yep.
Katie.
Everybody ready for Garrett Cole at 1:00, baby? 1:00. It's on yes, but come, put it on yes and come and listen to some baseball on YankeeMania, and of course, Yankees the Ugly Truth.
Dave Sims and Susie Waldman is on the call too.
On TV?
Yeah, Dave Sims. I know WFAN 660.
Yeah. But it is on yes, so they'll be able to see that. Anybody that has yes. So, we are getting close to the Mr. Champion of the World coming on soon. So, guys, buckle up, get your soda pop or get whatever you want, and then come back for a really nice interview. I think you're really going to enjoy this because I know I will. There's no question in my mind.
You guys will definitely enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to it too.
Yeah, no, without question, So, as far as that is, again with the Yankee team, before we move on, any surprises? Anybody that went down so far?
So they sent down Carson Coleman and who's the other guy? They said
Harrison Cohen.
Yeah, Harrison Cohen and Carson. Harrison Cohen was on the Italy team, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great law firm.
Coleman. Yeah. Yeah. So they sent both of them down for minor league camp. So yeah, well, as expected, no surprise there. But now it's gonna be interesting to see as we get to the next week what the staff does here. Plus, they still have to decide what they're going to do with Dominguez. They haven't done that yet. So,
I don't know. I have mixed feelings on that, and I think this weekend, these next 4 games are going to be critical to Dominguez, and it's going to be interesting. I truly believe he's going to make the club, but again, we don't make the decisions. We will wait. They have some good backing. They have Randall. They have the guy Max, if he's going to make it in the infield. Paul DeJean is another one. Probably, these guys. These guys are going to, whoever the Yankees release or whatever, they're going to be picked up right away. I guarantee that. Yeah. There's going to be no blink of an eye because these guys can hit. These guys can field. But there's only, you can only put 26 guys on the team. And if you remember, it used to be 25. So it would have been another, I don't want to be the Yankee Brett. I don't want to be Cashman and Aaron Boone this weekend because it's going to be tough. There are some players that we're going to scratch our head to say, oh my God, and they're going to end up on another team and they're going to do pretty well. But the intriguing thing is Dominguez. What are they going to do with that? Because the outfield is set.
Like I said, they can get the best value now by trading him.
Right.
Or you put him in the minors, get the reps in, trade him later. If you're not going to play him, then let him play in the minors or trade him now. I don't know what the holdup is here because he has star potential. He's a starter caliber player. And like I said, we worked with him in the minors already, so we know his talent. And it's just a matter of the Yankees have to use him in the right way, but they're not using him the right way. So they got to figure out quickly. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be it's a crazy choice. And I don't know if there really is the right choice. I don't know what the right choice is. I mean, I want him. I want him on the team. I want him around. If that means he's got to be sent down, that's okay. But I don't know the psyche, because I don't think he has anything else to prove but to play every day and see what he's got. He's earned that right because the star power, the potential is there. But what do you do? I mean, does it kill his psyche by bringing him down again? I don't know. And then if he stays up, how much playing time can he get? he's not going to be a defensive gem. And you're not going to sit Bellinger. You're not going to sit Judge. And, Grissom's Grissom. So what do you do? What do you do? I don't know. I don't. It's a great great thing to have because you have a lot, quite a few players. But there's a player there that could be, just waiting to unveil himself, and I would like to see it with the Yankees.
Yeah, but if, like I said, you can get the highest value now in a trade for him, in my opinion.
There's always been rumors that he may be traded to the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what we could get from them because their bullpen is okay. If anything, we'd like to get maybe another bullpen arm. But
maybe bring in we should try and get Ronald Acuna. No.
Yeah, right.
Trade for a right-handed catcher.
Yeah.
I doubt they're going to add him to the payroll.
Yeah, we need a right-handed catcher still. So
I don't think Ali Sanchez makes the team.
We need I think what's his name?
What's his name made a case already. I think he already won the backup catching.
Escara
already made his case.
Yeah, but we need a right-handed catcher though. That's the thing.
I know. But where do you find them? They had a couple of possibilities, but
Travis Darno is still out there.
Yeah, but I think he's cooked. I don't think there's anything left with Travis, but we'll see. It's hard to believe the Yankees are going to go again with the left-handed tender with catching. So, and plus, I really want to see what Austin Wells is going to do for us this year. Is this the last year that are the Yankees going to pull the trigger if he doesn't do anything again this year? If he bats 211 again? I mean, what do we do? What do they do? Those are the questions the Yankees need to answer. The pitching, I think, will fall into place, especially they get healthy with Garrett Cole and Rodon.
I think their pitching is going to be something special this year.
Yeah, I do too. And Will Warren, I just hope he stays the course and he challenges all these hitters. He's got to challenge. You got to keep challenging. That was his one ailment last year, and that's why he got creamed on 2 of those games. And everybody remembers, him getting creamed. They don't remember all the strikeouts. They don't remember all the other games that he pitched well and kept the Yankees in charge. They remember him on a Sunday night on ESPN getting his backside creamed, and it's not right. It's crazy. The guy had 170 strikeouts. And we're talking, and a lot of people just dump them away. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. Let's see. Let's bring on a question or two before. Wells better bring some of the production from the WBC with him in the regular season. Yeah, you're right, Sean. I can't disagree. He also says it's Randall or Jason. Which one do you take?
Randall is definitely going to make the team, no doubt about that. I think they would rather have Dominguez start in AAA. Shoemaker will make the team as well. There's no question about it. What was I going to say? Hold on a second here. All right. Just want to make sure, everybody, that all the cameras are working and everything looks good. And the star of the show is here. And we are so excited. I've been waiting for this since 1994. And we're going to bring him up if he's ready. Can I have a thumbs up, my man? There we go. Here we go. Evan, are we ready to bring a champion coach up? We're ready.
All right, everybody. Let's welcome to NY Yankee Mania and Ranger Mania today, Mike Keenan. Mike, this is such a pleasure. It is one of the greatest moments I've had in doing an interview. Thank you so much for coming on. And first of all, thank you for what you brought to the New York Rangers, the New York Ranger fans. and it's never, ever, ever going to be forgotten.
I appreciate you having me on, and yes, great memories for all of us who were fortunate enough to be a part of that celebration and championship run. So our players were totally all in all year, all the way. And as a result, we were able to bring a championship to New York for the New York Rangers.
Well. First of all, you're here with Joe and Evan, and
Hey, Evan, Joe.
what I'd like to start out with, take us back to right at the beginning there. You guys, it was hockey pucks, pancakes, and hockey pucks, as Sam Rosen, the great Sam Rosen, started. And I knew that this was going to be a special year. As a matter of fact, Mike, it was the first year that I actually I started working in Madison Square Garden the day before your big game, and we had 9 Inch Nails concert. And our supervisor said, "Guys, if you could get through this concert, I guarantee you'll work the Ranger game tomorrow night." So believe me, that was the worst day of my life, and the greatest day happened 24 hours later. And it, so take us that you were overseas. Take us all about that. How did you feel about doing that? Did you think it was a good idea? Tell us about it.
I think it was a great idea because the year before, I took the Chicago Blackhawks to England for training camp, and we ended up going to the Stanley Cup Finals. So it had resonated as a good start to a tremendous season in Chicago, and then the opportunity came up with the Rangers for us to go back to England as well to start training camp. And the thing I believe that was advantageous is that we just took a small group. I believe we had about 25 players and family and friends, but it gave them a chance to be together in a smaller setting, a smaller situation as a team. And it started from there. So I had great experiences taking teams to England. I probably should have done it more often after that.
Well, I'll tell you what I remember. I mean, I used to love, getting up real early and Rangers and hockey, but that's all we kept hearing: pancakes and Rangers. It was the greatest combination, Mike. The greatest combination I ever had in my life. So, no, I don't even know. I mean, with all these years that passed, and I can't believe it's been this long, but do you realize, do you know the impact that this team had on Ranger fans, and it just something that you can't, if you didn't experience it, I would say, my God, you missed out on something that was one of the greatest special moments in my life at Madison Square Garden.
Well, it was a great sporting event that I think the city of New York really appreciated. Our Ranger fans really appreciated. They came out in droves for the parade and showed their appreciation for the championship. And it was at a time where New York needed a boost, needed something positive to inspire the city and to bring the city together. And I think that victory at that time was special and always will be. And the celebration, I think, illustrated how appreciative the fans, the Ranger fans and hockey fans and sports fans, not only in New York, but around the world, appreciated what that championship meant to the NHL, to the city of New York, and to various hockey communities around the world. I think it really impacted the hockey industry, and I'm really proud of our team that we were able to find a way to win, to bring a victory to New York, and especially for the Ranger fans who had waited so long for a championship.
How was your feeling going to the Garden and as the playoffs went? And of course, the famous Mark Messier, we're definitely winning this game and Game 6 and all that. But going into the Garden, did you take a moment and look around and say, "This could be very special tonight"? What was it? What was in your thoughts as an incredible coach that you are and you still are? And we wish you were back, but that's besides the point. But what was going through your mind?
I can share this with you. I had the coaches had a driver, and we were driving into the Garden, and it was crowded, and we couldn't get there. And I had a Secret Service individual, Tom Greenaway, with us. It just happened to be a friend who was staying at my place, and so we went down a one-way street the wrong way, and he brought the red alarm to sit on top of the roof so we could sort of have an escort to get in there. But I was really, really energized. I'm really pumped about the game, not thinking about the celebration or the victory, but the game itself was exciting. Game 7 for the Stanley Cup. I'd had the experience of losing Game 7 with Philadelphia against Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, and a bunch of Hall of Famers, and
Yes.
it was a great experience. But now we had another opportunity, or I had another opportunity to be involved in it again. So my fourth chance to win a Stanley Cup. I had the chance 2 in Philly, 1 in Chicago. Now this is the fourth chance. I was only coaching, I think, about 9 years by then. And I was really, really energized and excited about the opportunity. It was going to be a lot of fun. I had no negative thoughts or nerves or anything of that nature in my mind. It was only about being prepared and preparing the team to win.
Okay, Evan, question before we get to a few questions from the audience. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Mike, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on. It's an honor to get to talk to you and ask you a couple questions. By the way, I am unfortunately a Devils fan. I know that might be sad to hear from you, but
You get him, Mike. You get him.
That's all right.
don't
At
worry.
least you're a hockey fan, so that's
I
good.
respect everybody, and of course we respect you too. So that's great. So I want to ask you this question. So obviously you were a winner before you came up in the NHL with the AHL, with Rochester as well. You coached some Canadian teams. You were also a coach at Forest Hill Collegiate in Toronto. When did you begin your instilling your philosophies as a coach, and kind of what was your thoughts as you were preparing what you wanted to instill in your teams if you were going to coach in the NHL, and how did that impact you as a coach? Kind of what was your mindset, like coaching everybody before you actually started coaching in the NHL?
Well, I had some good fortune and some great people to work with and great players. And I started actually coaching as a playing coach in senior A hockey, which is like minor pro at the time, in outside of in a suburb called Whitby, outside of Toronto. And then I started coaching Forest Hill. You mentioned the high school team, and then I was coaching junior hockey in Oshawa, and then on to Peterborough, and then to the American League, and then I coached University of Toronto to a championship as well. I just felt that I had studied the game. I tried to learn as much as I could about the game and about your relationship and expectations that you have of your players, and tried to instill the notion that we could all be better than what we thought we could be, and we could then continue to make those improvements once they accepted a certain level of excellence. Then I would try to excel that program and move them even to a higher level. So I think the building a belief and trust in your players, with your players, and demonstrating and illustrating along with your coaching staff the information they needed to be confident and to succeed and to believe in each other. And the one mantra I had is that we have a responsibility to ourselves and our families first, as athletes, you do, and then to your teammates. And then I also had this feeling that I had a responsibility to the ownership and also to the fans, that we were fortunate to be uh, being in a sports industry and being able to play a game that we were passionate about and loved, and that we owed it to a lot of people that we were given that privilege. So I would never let that slide in any way, shape, or form. That notion that we have to bring our best each and every night, and we're not perfect, and every day some individuals are more prepared than others, but collectively we have to be uh, bring the notion that winning is paramount. And I think I followed that philosophy pretty much throughout my whole career and every level that I coached at.
Wow.
Thank you.
Awesome. We have Mike. Do you mind taking a few from the fans?
No, not at all.
Great.
No
Sean,
problem.
Sean Browning, who's actually on our show also. Sean Browning asks, "My question for Mike is, when did you know you wanted to coach, and how was the transition?"
Interesting. I started really enjoying the coaching as part of my teaching background, and I loved the game, but I loved the idea of trying to help hockey players be part of a team, to have the team building, to understand this is an ultimate team game. And then I really was passionate about being involved with young people initially when I was coaching high school and junior hockey. My high school team, I had a completely different uh, understanding with them that these are high school fellows, young people that should be enjoying the game as well, and the competition. And that was a part of it as well, that you can excel and enjoy competition. And then ultimately, you get them to understand what the ingredients are for winning. And that becomes even more fun when you start to put a team together and then they thrive on that idea, that they love to compete and they love to work together and they love to win. And I think that's when I really started to get the notion that I'm really enjoying helping these young people. And I coached other sports as well. I mean, people won't know this, but I coached uh, women's swimming team
Oh, wow.
At Forest Hill. I coached partially the basketball team, lacrosse team. So I was involved in track and field and other sports as well. But I enjoyed that part of teaching and learning more from them than maybe they learned from me.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome. Are you still teaching? Are you still doing stuff right now, or what?
No, basically, I was involved with the Italian Olympic program. And then 2 years ago, I probably people already know this, I had open heart surgery
Yes.
and had to step back. But last year, I coached in a tournament in Moscow, and I've been invited again to go and coach in another tournament. So uh, from time to time, I'm involved with fundraisers and coaching alumni games to help raise funds for various charities.
Oh, that's awesome. Mike, Katie, avid viewer of our show, she asks, "What was your favorite?" This is great. What was your favorite memory of your NHL career? Duh, I wonder. Go ahead.
Well, I would think it has to be the championship victory in New York with the Rangers. I coached the NHL All Stars for Team Canada against the Soviet Union. The last Team Canada to play against the Soviet Unions, and again, the best players in the world: Wayne Gretzky, Mark Messier, and several other Hall of Fame, many Hall of Famers in 2 championship runs, one against the Soviet Union and then in the 87-91 against USA. But I think my NHL career would be most notably, I think the footnote for my whole career would be the Ranger victory in the Stanley Cup in New York.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we have one question from our email because they were at work, but he stole a question from me that we're all dying to find out from you. How did Mike? First of all, congratulations, the best of the best. And actually, I just found out he worked at Madison Square Garden. He worked that event. And he says, thank you. It was the greatest day in sports in his life. But he wanted to know is, how did you ever get talked to one-on-one to Esa Tikkanen when nobody could understand him? And that is a great question because nobody believes me the way he talked.
Well, he had an exceptional vocabulary. I called it Tikkanese.
Tikkanese, right.
But for some reason, I could completely understand him. And he brought a lot of levity to our team. I'd be really pushing him, and he'd come out in the ice and come up to me and say, Mike, let's relax a little bit. We get it. I'd start to laugh. Everybody started to laugh. So yeah, he was excellent hockey player. He could play any position on the team.
That team, and that leads actually to my next question. How was your feeling with all the trades? You guys were just running away with it, and then all of a sudden, they make this trade, then another trade, and another trade. Were you starting to get a little nervous? Were you in on some of those trades? How were you feeling knowing that the team was really good as it was?
No, I really pushed Neil and felt that we needed to make those trades. I had the experience previously, and although we were in first place and people, we were set up to be criticized because we made them, but I said to Neil, we're not mature enough, and we're not big enough, we're not strong enough, particularly looking at Jersey, which ended up to being a great series as well. But I really felt we needed the people that had some experience, like Mateau, Noonan, McTavish. That was a whole line, but we needed that. Those people that had the experience of either being in the finals or winning the cup. And, then we got Anderson, who the same thing, brought that experience. Larmer came to us and brought that experience. Incredible. And I thought it would be seamless because I had coached these players. I knew these players, and I knew they'd fit in, and it was seamless. They came in, and they just wanted to be a part of the team. They were all team players, and I understood the philosophy. And I had worked with many of them previously, so it was something that I felt we really should do. And I give Neil credit for making those trades. That although it was difficult at the time, thinking that we're in first place, but I said to Neil, we need to make the changes, and I expressed that to Coley Campbell and Dick Todd as well, who were my assistants, and explained it to the team that we brought in experience and winning people.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. And I was in awe because I says, oh my God, they're getting all Stanley Cup winners. I mean, if this doesn't work, I don't know what will. But it just fell into place. And the anticipation for every game, Mike, was just, it was unheard of. No matter where we were, wherever we were. I mean, television, little TVs were on. It didn't matter if you were at a wedding, if you were in. It didn't matter. You know, if the Rangers were on, it had to be. It was must watch TV. There's no most watch TV, no question in my mind. But New York, and I was going to save this to the end, but I want to tell it to you now because I'm excited to just to let you know. And I'm speaking from not only from NYMania, but all the fans. Today, there's a lot going on with the show with Yankees and all that, but today we're dedicating this show to you. This show,
Appreciate it.
day is dedicated to the champ, Mike Keenan, for what you brought. The joy that you brought to New York City is second to none. Now, I've seen a lot. I've seen the Yankees win the World Series. I've seen no-hitters. I've seen perfect games. But the mere fact that I was lucky enough to be in that garden with probably the greatest team that I ever saw. So it's our pleasure to tell you that you are so honored, and this day is dedicated to you. Period.
I appreciate that, but I share that then with our team and our staff and everyone involved with the team at that time in terms of making things so smooth in the off ice operation, and then of course the on ice. The team bought into what we wanted to do. Great leadership amongst the team itself in the locker room, starting with Mark Messier and so many others, that we had nobody that in that locker room that wasn't completely invested in being a Ranger and being a part of that 94 championship team. And as a result, we were fortunate. We worked hard and tried to prepare as well as we could to bring that championship home, which we ultimately did. But there was a lot of people that were totally invested in what we were doing. And I know without that kind of leadership, that's a very, very difficult trophy to win. And you need everyone on board.
Oh. Whoa. I think he'll come. Okay, there he is.
You got me?
Yeah, we got you.
Did you lose me for a minute?
We lost
For a
you.
couple seconds. They're all good.
Okay.
As long as we didn't lose you in 94, we're fine.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
You good? I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Yeah, no.
I can't hear.
Can you hear me, Mike? Can you hear anything?
I can.
Mike can hear me, Joe.
Okay, go
Can't hear
ahead.
you.
That's crazy.
He's gonna try to come back. Okay.
Mike, do you hear me now? Evan, you want to say so?
Mike, you there? You're on mute, Mike. Can't hear you.
It's muted.
Yeah, you're muted, Mike. We can't hear you.
It's live TV, folks. Maybe he'll reboot. Man, that's the modern technology. It's going really good. So I'm sure he'll be back.
This has been great so far. Great
Oh
year.
my God, the memories are just unbelievable. Yeah, so he's off. He's gonna try to hop back on. We're sorry about that, folks, but technology, that's the way it is. It does have its oils. Oh, we're gonna try to get him back. Here we go.
I'm back.
There we are.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, you're back in the New York groove.
Yeah, we had a minor glitch.
No
Yeah,
problem.
no problem. No, but we heard everything you said all the way up to that point. So
Okay, great.
we do have a question. Well, Evan, you want to ask a question before I go to a couple of? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. So obviously, right now, as we look at the current NHL standings, Obviously, you see the two bottom teams there, the Metropolitan, the Devils, and the Rangers. Obviously, not a great year for either team. If you were the coach, or if you had some influence with the team today, what would you change, and how do you feel your impact would greatly affect the team today?
I have a lot of respect for both of those organizations, both those teams and their coaching staff. So, um, they're in good hands in terms of having experienced people behind that bench. And it's something that I really couldn't answer because you'd have to understand and know the playing personnel and be inside that locker room to really give you an answer that would be uh, have any substance to it. Because unless you're walking in those shoes, you don't really know for sure. From the outside, I can watch them play and look at the way they play and so on, but there's so many dynamics that go on in building a team and having the
Yep. Well, there were definitely storms around, so a lot of times, this happens.
back again.
Yes, you're here.
Yeah. So I'll leave it at that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, that fair question, a fair answer. Teresa says, first of all, Mike, thank you so much. As my kids were growing up, huge Ranger fans. They were ecstatic. It was so great in our house. We used to have Ranger parties, and actually we still do. But the Ranger parties were so awesome in '94. And you're right when you said that it was needed. It was needed in New York City. And all of that, and plus there was a strike in baseball. So one of the things really to fall into were the New York Rangers, and it was just a tremendous. So her question basically is, how did you feel when the dust cleared? How after you went to the float, and she says that they have great pictures of everyone. What when you finally settled down, what went through your mind? Was it, oh, thank God, or what was
Well, I can tell you what I did think when I saw Mark Messier coming at me. I was wondering what's he doing, and then he passed me the trophy, the Stanley Cup,
right?
and I can tell you exactly what I was thinking. I said, "Man, this thing is difficult to win." As I lifted it up over my head instantly, so it was quite a thrill.
Yeah, and watching, if you watch some of the photo, the video, it was great to see Alexei Kovalov running around with it, and they would interview him. He goes, "No more 1940, no more 1940, 1940 is gone, no more, no more." And
Yeah.
we were joyous. It was funny. It was probably one of the greatest times, and I'm glad that you were such a big part of that with Mark. And Teresa, her last thing is, what was it like to have Mark Messier as a captain? And do we need more of Mark Messier's in sports today?
Well, first of all, it was a privilege and an honor, and I had coached Mark previously in Team Canada,
Right.
and knew him well. But to have his influence, and he and I had a lot of discussions about the hockey team and the way we were playing, which was very positive in the sense that as I said, you learn more from your players than they learn from you, and that keep that communication open with the leadership group that was in the locker room. But my main conversations were one-on-one with Mark in many instances, and that was very, very important to the development of our team. And yes, the sports in general could use many, many, many more Mark Messiers.
Yeah, no question about it. And Mike Keenan's as coaches, that's for sure. The people want you back. You got to, and you look terrific, by the way. You look just like 1994 all over again. So
Except I got no hair now.
well, yeah, but that's okay. That means you're a thinker and you're smart and you're the best. So but no, this is you don't know how long I've always wanted to talk to you, Mike, and Nitin and his sports team. When they told me that I came out of my shoes. I was like, "Are you kidding?" And he also told us a story, a funny story. He went to pick you up in the airport, and it was supposed to be he was going to be on our show doing something, and he mentioned, and I said, "Oh my God, could you get Mike on the phone? I would love to say hello. He's my favorite coach." So he goes, "All right, we'll try." And then he told me, he says, "Joe," I says, "Oh, thanks a lot. What a friend you are." He says, "You don't understand. I was in the car for 7 hours. Tell us about that, because I don't believe him."
One of those things, you get stuck in traffic.
When he told me that, I said, "But you had 7 hours. You dial my phone all the time. 2 minutes?" And I was like, he's my favorite coach. And
7 hours in a car with a legendary coach. That seems like an amazing time to me.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, wow, but at first I thought it was like, but 7 hours is like something that was supposed to be maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
it was one of those rush hour moments.
Oh my God, that must have been it. But then again, to spend 7 hours with that guy, man, you must have been going toodaloo, toodaloo, toodaloo. So
No,
I'm just kidding. We love him,
Awesome.
and I do have a surprise for you. So I'm actually going to bring up somebody you might know.
Yeah.
There he is.
Well, Mike, how you doing?
Excellent. How about yourself?
Good, busy. Thank you for joining Joe and Evan. They do a great job. I've been helping them. We've been helping them get all the guests for the show through us. So you're added to the list when it comes to all the guests that we brought on for them. So thank you for taking the time with Joe and Evan. And obviously, yeah, Mike is great, man. I had the opportunity to work with him at an event at Baseline Social in Oceanport, New Jersey, through our friend Kelly Dolan. I want to give a big shout out to Kelly Dolan. She's an amazing woman in the sports industry. She played women's hockey back in the day. She's done a lot with a lot of Rangers players and a lot of events too. So shout out to Kelly Dolan. And
yeah, she sure has. She's really kept in touch with the Rangers. Yeah,
good friend of ours. And then we had a great event with Mike Keenan Baseline Social. So more to come with Mike Keenan, and obviously legendary coach, and what a great guy, great family person, and man, he what a legend in New York, man. He was great to work with, and
no more bumper to bumper though.
No traffic. I'm gonna make sure there's no traffic.
I'm to Staten Island next time.
Yeah,
forget about Manhattan, okay? Just forget about it.
Actually, Newark Airport next time.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, this was awesome. Mike, I want to ask you, if possible, if it's okay with you, every guest near the end, we always ask, especially the ones that are true to our hearts. If we go down, could and have you up, and if you could just say a little something about the show that you've been on, you were on the show, like I am Mike Keenan, whatever you want to say, and you're watching YankeeMania. Would you mind doing that for us?
I don't mind.
Oh, that would be great.
Right.
That would be great.
So we're watching YankeeMania.
No. We're going to come down. We want to have a nice picture of you.
Yeah, I know, but we're watching. We're on the YankeeMania. Mania. Okay.
Right. You're watching
YankeeMania.
But please say that
he gets
championship coach.
Yeah, this I'm Mike Keenan, 1994 Stanley Cup champion from the New York Rangers, and then
okay.
Yeah.
That would
be New York Mania. Hey, I experienced it.
Yes.
So we're going to go down. You're
okay.
Count yourself 3, 2, 1, and then we'll come right back up.
Okay.
Thank you. Hold on a second.
Hi, Mike Keenan here, coach of the New York Rangers, 1994 Stanley Cup champion. Enjoying my interview here on New York Mania. Great experience, great guys, and a lot of fun.
That was great, Mike. I can't. That was a thrill of a lifetime. That is a thrill of a lifetime for me. I can't tell you the joy that you brought to our family. As a matter of fact, I do have a quick thing I wanted to tell you. So during that season, my uncle was dying, and he before he died, he said, Joe, I know you saw the Yankees win, but I want to see your face when the Rangers win. So I have a prayer out there. And true to the word, you guys won. He died 2 days later.
Oh, wow. Sorry.
And thank you. Yeah. But that was something that I will never, ever, ever forget.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a true story. He was in we lost.
Yeah,
hopefully he'll come back.
Yeah.
That was so nice of him to do that for us.
Wow, wow. Sorry for your loss, Joe. That's
Yeah, my uncle, he was battling unbelievable bad cancer, and
he's watching from above today with the show. So there you go.
Yes, yeah, and he told me, he said that before anything, the Rangers are going to win the cup. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Oh, here he is.
Thank you. I got to run. I got people knocking on my door.
Go ahead. Thank you, Mike. And please come back. Well, maybe the Stanley Cup, we could talk about it.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay.
Have a great one. God bless
Thanks.
you and your family.
Cheers.
Take
See ya.
care.
Bye.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Oh man, that was great. It just gets better and better.
I told you, you guys did a great job, Evan and Joe, and great job to the chat. Great questions. See, my team and I have endless possibilities for you guys. So stay tuned.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard it, Nathan, but YankeeMania and all of us dedicated the show and the day to Mike Keenan and his staff.
Yeah, I heard. Yep.
So I really hope he enjoyed it. What a thrill of a lifetime for me, because I experienced all that, and it was amazing watching. With my teams are kind of blessed. I mean, of course, the greatest, the Yankees, the Rangers, the Cowboys, and the Lakers. I'm kind of blessed with some championships. So, and you can't say I'm a front runner, because I go back to all those teams, and I can name you the teams. I could, so it's not like you say, oh, it's easy. He goes for the winners. I went through the Cowboys losing 12 in a row, 0-12 1 year, 0-11. So trust me, it's not a nice feeling, not at all. But this was great, Nathan, unbelievable. And as I keep saying, can it get better?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. But the next one, I don't know. You can bring us the Lord. And I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Next one is gonna be LeBron James. No,
Oh jeez. Oh my
no,
God.
but you guys did a fantastic job. Mike Keenan definitely enjoyed it. He had a great time, and man, like I said, we love working with him, and more to come with him. And you guys did a great job. So someone did have a question in the chat, but obviously didn't have time. Patrick Harris had a
No, it was funny because I started highlighting them, and then when he said that, and we had the problem with the but we'll let Nathan nudge him another time. We'll have him on again during the Stanley Cup Finals.
Mm-hmm.
That would be great.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So but
now Yankee game coming up. Garrett Cole, let's go.
yeah, Garrett Cole. We're about 20 minutes away, and everyone tune in because you're going to hear it here. You're going to hear it on Yankees The Ugly Truth. It's actually, we're simulcasting from them, and it's a lot happening on the station. And then after that, it doesn't rest. Then we go to the history of the New York Yankees with our own Sean Browning. and of course Charles from the chat. I was going to say Charles in Charge, if you remember that show. And that's going to be happening at 7 p.m. So I'm looking forward to that. That is show number 2, and then we're looking forward to Jason doing March Madness tomorrow at 3:15, or is it 3:15 or 1:15? I have so many shows. I think it's
1:15. I think.
What is it?
I think it's 1:15 and then 3:15.
Oh, one. Okay, got it. Yeah. So I believe that's what it is. And then there's one on Friday, and we also will come up and tell you what's happening for the basketball show and what's happening for the weekend, guys. But all in all, there's going to be Yankee games throughout the weekend, right here, simulcasting from Yankees The Ugly Truth. So you're going to have that. We're working on having the membership show that's coming up very shortly. And of course, on Sunday, look for the big one, a big wrap-up show, because we are going to dissect Major League Baseball and your New York Yankees. So stay tuned for a great show Sunday night. You can't miss it. 8:00.
Yeah, and also stay tuned. My team and I might bring in some special guests, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, that is great, and we are looking forward to a great experience, and hopefully the whole staff, most of us, will be on and fielding questions and going back, and we start making our early predictions.
Yeah. Let's go.
Who's going where and what's going on and all of that, everyone. So it doesn't stop. And the one thing you noticed, I waited to the end to tell you, you guys are tremendous. The way you came over for the World Baseball Classic. Congratulations to Venezuela. Congratulations to the USA team. Everybody's a winner. You do have a crown, but everybody's a winner, including all the fans. You made it possible. You made this relevant. You made it a star power, and all we did was try to bring you joy. So thank you so much for that. Keep subscribing to us as we have the road to 1,000 subs. Everyone, we are there. We're getting there. As Aaron Boone would say, it's right in front of us.
It's right in front of us. We're turning the corner. Let's go. Hey. Come on.
Cole, baby, the Cole.
Yeah, the Cole trade. Cole trade. Let's go. He's going to strike out the side. Watch.
Yeah,
on 3 pitches. 9 pitches. He's going to have an immaculate inning.
Now, if he does, wait a minute now.
Hold on.
If he strikes out the side in 3 pitches, Evan, I will give you $1 million.
Oh,
wow.
Wait, $1 million.
There. All right. So you want to make
if he does that on 3 pitches, you win $1 million.
Remember when Michael King did that?
I'll have to sell. I mean, like 5 houses, but I'll get it done.
No, you got to sell.
Right. Eventually, I'll keep an eye out for that, and that will come hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget that.
Imagine if he does that 3 strikeouts, but in 9 pitches.
No, that I can understand, but 3 pitches, I seriously, you got a better chance. You got a better chance of being able to of 20 inches of snow coming down right now. So
what are you saying? 3 pitches and 3 strike. Wait, that's no.
It's impossible.
9 pitches. He gets 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches.
Yep,
so 3 pitches per batter.
So Joe.
Well, if he gets all right, I'll tell you what. If he does that, I'll buy you a nice steak dinner. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I meant for. I didn't mean 3 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, all right, a steak dinner. If
Jason goes.
They can't hit the ball though. They can't hit the ball.
500,000.
No, they can't hit the ball. Can't hit the ball.
No. Jason goes 500,000 each.
No, nothing. No snow. No nose blowing. No nothing. Just
but Jason says 500,000 each. So there you go.
Maybe 2.
Where do you shine in, my friend? Where do you shine in?
250, and we all get a piece of it.
All right, so you want to do that bet? If
let's do it. Let's do it.
So 3 strikeouts, 9 pitches, but no one they cannot hit the ball.
Yep.
And you guarantee a steak dinner.
Oh,
okay.
God. All right, let's do it.
All right. All right. Final thoughts, everyone, as we get ready to.
So what happens if it
join
doesn't
Ken.
happen? What happens if he does? What happens if he doesn't do it?
Then nothing happens.
Nothing.
No,
Do we-
then Evan just
Just
has
for
to be
fun.
nice to us. That's all.
I'll bring you Indian delicacies. For sure.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna bring you Indian delicacies for you.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Fans, thank you so much for being here. Quick notes, guys, before we go and get ready for our play-by-play of the New York Yankees and Garrett Cole. Go ahead. Evan, go ahead.
Yeah. First of all, thank you, Nathan, and your team for Mike Keenan. That was great. I hope he's enjoying his retirement, and hopefully he can see some more championships for the Rangers soon. Maybe the next couple of years, we'll see. But it was a great interview. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. Thank you, everybody, for the support, especially for the WBC. The past week, past couple weeks, it was awesome.
Yes.
So we appreciate it, and just keep going, keep subscribing. Subscribe to Job in the Mouth too. They got a lot of great things going on there with those guests, and Nathan does a great job on that show too. And
also to our new partners.
Yep.
yes, Hardcore Sports Network, and of course, Yankees The Ugly Truth. So thank you, everybody.
Right. And thank you so much. And I want to personally welcome Mitch to our family.
Mhm.
And thank you so much for believing in us and letting us simulcast with you. Mitch, I actually heard your show this morning. You do a great job, and looking forward to being with you and you coming on here. And if there's whatever we can do in YankeeMania land, we will be there for you. And any friend of Jason and Evan is a friend of ours, and Nathan and everyone else. So thank you, Mitch, for that. It was definitely wonderful meeting you and talking strategy with you, and a lot more to come. And, God bless you and your family and everybody else. Nathan, final thoughts before we go?
Yeah, shout out to Hardcore Sports Network. Looking forward to the call with Mitch here pretty soon. Obviously, telling them what we do for this, and possibly can help out them too. So, shout out to them. Shout out to the partnership. And Joe and Evan, great job with our client Mike Keenan. He enjoyed it too. So, you guys did a great job. And shout out to the chat. You guys did a great job with questions. And let's go Yankees. Keep it going. And a lot of things happening at once here. So stay tuned, guys. And let's go Yankees. Garrett Cole back for one inning. Let's see how he does. And obviously next week the baseball season starts. Man, it's crazy. Already almost baseball season, but the real deal starts next week. So I can't wait.
Yeah,
Yankees.
and we could we haven't discussed it as a team yet, but Wednesday we will definitely have one of the best pregame shows on the market on Wednesday night before the Yankee game. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Yankees and Giants opening night Wednesday.
Yes.
So let's go.
Yeah. So let's get ready for that. Let's get ready for a great pregame. Yeah. And we'll bring it to you, and you never know the surprises and everything that might pop up before the New York Yankees take that first swing of the 2026, hopefully, championship season for number 28. God bless you all. God bless America. We will see you in about 20 minutes.
Subscribe to this channel, the new channel. Subscribe to Hardcore Sports Network. Subscribe to Nitin Sports Rush, and also our Job of the Mouse show, which we're going through a name change soon. So stay tuned for that.
Yes, good luck with that. God bless it. And again, God bless you all. We love you. Go get your little sandwich, whatever.
Tuna sandwich. I got the tuna sandwich.
Don't miss out, Garrett Cole.
Oh, yeah.
Cole trade.
Evan, rolls on. Taking time of your busy schedule, school, and everything to be with us today. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you in about 19 minutes.